Hey everyone, welcome back to Alf's Mustang Garage. We're back on the 66 Mustang Fastback doing the 6-cylinder to 289 conversion. So where we left off, we just pulled the rear differential and leaf springs. What today's video is going to be all about is we're going to get this whole exhaust system. Now that the engine and trans and differential are all out of the way, we're gonna focus this video on the little things. So we're gonna pull this whole exhaust assembly out as one. We're gonna pull the fuel line out because the fuel line is gonna be different on a 289. And then we are gonna be undercoating this entire floor as well as doing some patchwork. So we're gonna take the brake line and fuel line as well. So let's get started. Since everything's pretty much out of the way, I mean, you're gonna have to look at your particular system. This has obviously been altered from original state. But I mean, I got one hanger here in the rear frame rail. I have, looks like a U-bolt hanger here. That'll be easier to just undo this U-bolt for now and then get the whole hanger off. And then I have a hanger over here, just a couple bolts in the frame rail again, and then the whole system is going to drop. We'll just kind of get a couple of us and we'll just drop this exhaust right on out of here. Okay, go ahead. Whoop. It's a good thing you got adjusting there. Everybody needs adjusting. And a Vanessa. Oh, watch out. Did it get you?
No. I don't know where it went.
It's okay. We'll find it later. No, the true reality of kind of opening up a shop and having it run is having and finding good help. That is like the biggest thing.
And then that's your socket for the others, for these two right here.
Okay. While you guys are doing that, I'm gonna come back here.
Good call.
I'll be the support back here.
You just let that stuff. Yeah. There you go.
Are we free?
Yep. I've got it while you.
Oh, you're gonna have to drop down and then I have to slide off the steering.
Okay.
Because it's kind of like up in there. Okay.
Sure, straight down and then we'll get the hook off of it.
Yeah.
Can I get park brake cable?
I still have the differential here because the park brake cable is like on the exhaust. So now that we have the exhaust off, we can just kind of slip that off right there.
There you go.
Perfect. Okay, so next thing we're gonna do is remove the fuel line. Now this tank has gas in it. So we're gonna drain the tank because when we pull that fuel line, you're gonna get a lot of fuel coming out. So we're just gonna go ahead and drain this tank. There we go. Okay, I guess I'll do some work in this video for once. So we're on the fuel line now that our tank is drained. So we're just gonna undo this rubber fuel line. I mean, I think it used to be rubber. Seems pretty petrified on there now. Wow. There's still gonna be a little bit of gas. All right, just put a cap on there, like that. Okay, so from here, this all looks pretty factory. Looks like we got a 1/2-inch bolt on a retainer right here. Okay, moving up the line here. We got some of these types of fasteners here. That's a factory style fastener. Okay, so you're gonna have a couple of clips like this that retain your fuel line and your brake line. Now, if you have the carpet out of your car, like how we happen to have on this car, it makes it really easy to get on the inside to release the locking mechanism on this clip and pop it out. If not, you can kind of get from the backside and pry on it, but it's best to get on from the inside of the car. So let me show you. Okay, so from inside the car, you can kind of see how it kind of spreads out like that. Yeah, and obviously you have to kind of take the carpet out. You know, this car, we happen to be having this carpet out because we're going to do some patchwork here as well. Not part of the 289 conversion, but it's just something that we have to kind of do. So we're going to get on this with some pliers, kind of pinch it like that. And now that clip will just pull right down through the bottom. Okay, so now from back underneath, you can just kind of pull it right out. So you had one there and we had one right there. So now, oh, you have a third one. It's a little different than the first two, but you know, it still kind of comes through the floor like how the other two did. Okay, so we got this one here, 1/2 inch. All right, so that's hanging out right there. And then fuel line, we just have one retainer right there. Okay, there you go. Thank you.
Yep.
Okay, so now the fuel line is completely free. It's still kind of attached in these retainers. So we could probably separate those. Keep in mind, you're still going to have some fuel drain out of this. So just kind of keep that in mind to, you know, stay safe out there. Okay, so I got my brake line. Again, this is not needed to convert your 6-cylinder to a 289. In our case, we're doing a floor patch here and then undercoating this whole thing. So we're just trying to get stuff out of our way. So I'm just going to use my line wrench, 3/8. And of course it broke that adapter completely free. Probably like 100 times easier from up top, but we're underneath the car, so. Okay, and the brake line is free. Be careful with brake fluid, don't fling it all over stuff, especially painted surfaces. It will eat through your paint. Okay, well there's your entire exhaust system, your brake line, your fuel line, drain the fuel tank. So that kind of is going to conclude today's video on this conversion project. Again, the things that are necessary are the exhaust system for sure. I mean, the fuel line, you could technically leave, you know, most of it intact and just kind of change up, you know, the end that kind of comes, you know, up to your engine. But a 289 will kind of come in on the inside of the frame rail right here, if you can see it. A 289 kind of comes on the other side of this frame rail and then comes in through this fender apron. There's a plug right here. But a 6-cylinder just kind of stays on the inside of the frame rail and just kind of comes up. So, and then it connects to the pump right there. So we're gonna change the whole fuel line anyways, just for what this project is. Undercoating the whole floor, patching the floor. So it's gonna come out and it's just not gonna go back on. So, but for if you're on a budget kind of a thing, like technically you could just, you know, modify your, you know, 6-cylinder fuel line. So Anyways, well, I hope the video was helpful. If you thought it was, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. If you want to follow us along and help us to make more videos, which is helpful for you guys, go ahead and subscribe, hit the notification bell. Those little things do go a very long way when it comes to us and making these videos. So we appreciate it, and we'll catch you next time.